quick. Just got done. I woke up 3 a.m. I don't know. Someone told me to study Canelo. Study Crawford. Crawford about to beat Canelo Alvarez. I'm letting y'all know right now, he about to beat the brakes off of Canelo Alvarez. Yes.
I can't really hate on it, but I'm excited for that. I know Canelo is so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes it.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I'm
Bud versus Canelo, based on last fight, is a 50-50. So Canelo fights an undisputed champ, up-and-coming former champion, and an up-and-coming undefeated contender. And somehow those three last opponents are somehow compared to Bud's Madrimov fight, making it a 50.
The boxing world is buzzing with excitement. Everyone has one question. Can Terence Crawford defeat Canelo Alvarez? Some believe Crawford is too small for the challenge. Canelo is bigger and stronger. He has fought heavier fighters. Crawford has never competed at 168 pounds.
Big bank and get out. The big bank is who? Canelo. He will take that gamble, see if he can beat him. If he beats him, he may go fight better beat it. If he don't beat him, he say, okay, I took it as high as I could go. I'm done.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if he gets the win. Like the others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's gonna be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's gonna slow down, you know. So I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
this would be a big jump for him, but others think Crawford has what it takes to win. He is quick, intelligent, and can adjust his style. He dominated Errol Spence Jr. Some say he is the best boxer right now. Canelo is a legendary champion. He has won major fights and collected many titles. But some believe he has slowed down. His recent fights were not as thrilling. Meanwhile, Crawford is fresh and eager for a big challenge. Is size the key to winning, or is skill more important? Is raw power stronger than speed? Fans are excited. If this fight happens, it could be one of the biggest ever.
What I have to say to Canelo is this. You proved yourself already. You proved yourself. You fought a lot of...
First of all, I give Crawford all the credit in the world for even thinking about possibly fighting.
Crawford, you stick your hand in some shit you might not want to stick your hand in. So, who knows? It could be true, could not. But we seen the rumors, you know what I'm saying? If we get the fight, you know I'm just gonna give it straight. I don't think Crawford's ready for this level of smoke. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Canelo's a different man. The
only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, you know, is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do.
Canelo has fought some of the toughest opponents. He has knockout power in both hands. He can take hard punches and keep going. He has defeated stars like Gennady Golovkin, Sergey Kovalev, and Caleb Plant. He knows how to win tough fights. Crawford is different. He can switch between stances and fight well with both hands. His defense is solid, and he does not get hit much.
Adamov is a better fighter than Canelo as far as, you know, the dynamic and the versatility he had, but I think Canelo's pressure and ability to cut off the ring is more, and he's bigger and stronger, and I think, you know, there's a risk there for Crawford. But this is why you tune in, right? Crawford keeps doing the amazing, and you...
I think Crawford don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight.
Canelo versus Crawford, the biggest fight in the game.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like when you looking at Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, this is the next thing beyond that.
In boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, you know, his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody. And
Canelo versus Crawford, the biggest fight in the game.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like when you're looking at Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, this is the next thing beyond that.
He's going to be able to do a little bit of that, but most of it's going to be all defense.
Yeah, and he's never been hit by a guy that,
like that.
I mean, and you got to think Canelo
He is patient and does not waste punches. He breaks down his opponents over time. The big question is, can Crawford handle Canelo's strength? Can he take a clean punch from a bigger fighter and stay in the fight? No one knows for sure. At the same time, can Canelo keep up with Crawford's speed? If Crawford moves around a lot, can Canelo keep up? Will he be able to fight at a fast pace for many rounds?
Mike, I got to do this. Terence Crawford, tremendous fighter. You're a big supporter of his. He wants to move up 3 weight classes and fight Canelo. What do you think?
Yeah, he can do what he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea. You know, I don't think, what would he have? I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea. People have done things crazy like that before. It's just that he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it.
You posted the other day, there's a picture of you in a Rolls Royce, and you said, the quote is, "I can't remember how many of these I gave away." Tell me about that.
Yes, I don't know. Guess what? We used to having money. I said, want to have money. You know, you're not accustomed to that shit, man.
Yeah, but not everybody's Mike Tyson. You're very generous. You're a genuine, nice person. Tillman told me that one time you lent him his car, he kept it for like 3 months or something.
I don't know, nigga, shit. Listen, if you have money and you can't help nobody with it, what's the purpose of having it?
See, Turkey's been making a lot of great fights happen. You can't really hate on it. But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo is so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason.
Last question. All the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
It would be embarrassing for me to even ask for a fight with Terence Crawford, you know, with David Benavidez. Come on, you know, it's embarrassing, you know? It's like me trying to go to fight Usyk. Come on, bro, you know? It's a big...
What you would say is this, is that Terence Crawford is coming up 2-3 weight classes, something like that. And this is an event.
Likelihood of a fight with you and Terence Crawford, it would be one of the biggest in boxing.
We're not talking about yet about the fight. Me and know each other, and then we wanna.
These are important questions too. Fans argue over who would win. Some believe Canelo is too powerful. Others think Crawford is too clever. Experts have different opinions. Some say the fight is even. Others think one fighter has a small advantage. Money is another reason this fight could happen. A match like this would bring in huge money. Fans would pay to see it. Promoters would want to organize it. Both fighters could earn millions. If this fight happens, it will be something special. 2 champions going head-to-head. A true battle of skill and strength.
I can't go down anymore. But you know, like he say, you know, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because then everybody's gonna say it's too small, it's too small, it's too small, and then, you know.
Terence Crawford's name keeps coming up, and I know he's a lot smaller than you. Is that a fight that you would ever consider under any circumstance?
You know, I always say if the fight make sense.
Does beat Canelo. Terence does beat Canelo. Terence does prove that he's a better fighter than Canelo. Now, whose era it was, it's kind of hard to do that for Bud because obviously Canelo was on top of the sport for much longer. He was able to get any fight that he wanted.
Don't want to say it's impossible for my boy Crawford, but it's one of those things where if he really wants to win against Canelo, he's going to need to do everything. You know, you're going to need to run uphill.
People say, oh, you're a Bud hater. Bro, I just remember Gamboa punching you in the face. I remember Velasquez dropping you. I remember Madrimov hitting you with overhand rights. Like, what the
Fans around the world would watch. Who will win? No one knows yet. But one thing is certain. It will be a fight to remember. This fight is also about history.
Are you tired of people asking you about Terence yet?
No, look, there's, I always say, I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one good fighter like Errol Spence is. But other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with Spence. He did like almost look very easy. But I knew Terence Crawford is a great fighter. But you never know in boxing. We'll
check out the projected odds that came out. One of the odds projectors say Canelo is opening up as the favorite, -130. Crawford is +100. That's damn near 50.
I think a lot of Canelo fans, for some reason, they know that there's no excuse. If he loses to Bud, this is a huge mark on his resume. If he beats Bud, he does beat a very accomplished fighter in his era. But there's no ready-made excuses in this.
Canelo has already secured his legacy. He has won titles in different weight classes. He has defeated some of the best in boxing. A win over Crawford would add to his legendary career. For Crawford, this fight is a chance to prove he can defeat anyone, no matter their size. If he wins, he could become boxing's biggest star.
Robert, what's a smart bet on Crawford Canelo? Canelo by knockout or Canelo by decision?
Crawford by decision. If you have to bet,
yes.
I say Canelo by decision. Crawford by decision. No, but you say Canelo by knockout or Canelo?
Yeah, no, because I'm saying that's what's gonna happen. Canelo's gonna beat him. But which one?
I don't know, man. Crawford is fucking gangster. I've always been saying, I think Canelo at the end, obviously his strength, his weight,
experience
probably takes over. But shit, I wouldn't be surprised if Crawford just fucking boxes and fights smart and beats him.
He's probably gonna be 40-1 underdog or something crazy like that, right? It's not gonna be close.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
3 weight class,
3-4-1. No crees?
No.
It's not gonna be that big of a difference. No.
When you pick the knockout? No. When you pick the knockout?
You pick a knockout. But if it's just
who wins straight out?
I think it's gonna be maybe 3-1, 4-1. Maybe that's too much. Maybe 2-1. Maybe 2
I don't think so.
I'm telling you.
So they finally announced Ryu's fight. Gary Russell, what do you think? Not easy fight? No easy fights at this level? It's going to be, finally you guys will be, the first time you're ever going to a Tank fight, right? To work a corner?
We're going to corner a Tank's fight.
It's Tank's the main event.
Yeah.
I think Canelo's going to put the beats on him like Dr. Dre.
Do we get a knockdown from Canelo, or does Bud knock down Canelo?
Nah, Canelo's not going down. You could hit Canelo with a Louisville slugger. He's just going to smile at you.
The size is an issue. Canelo is way bigger. This fight's a 54. He's got 2 weight classes to broach in order to get to 168 to fight Canelo. But
he would show that skill can overcome size and power. Both fighters have strong minds. Canelo never backs down. Crawford is confident and always finds a way to win. This makes the fight even more interesting. Some believe this fight will come down to tactics. Will Canelo move forward and land heavy punches?
I'm not even a fan of that fight. There are too many weight classes apart. And although the skills, Crawford is one of them.
Will Crawford use speed and movement to outbox him? The strategy they choose will determine the winner. In the end, fans just want a great fight. No matter who wins, it will be an incredible night. Boxing needs big fights like this to stay exciting. If Crawford and Canelo face off, it could be one of the greatest matches in history.